Share it to your page.
Welcome to Unified Love Couples Ministry with your host, Senior Pastor and Apostle Reese. Join us as we share biblical principles for successful relationships and marriage. And now, Senior Pastor Olden and Apostle LaShawn Reese.
Good evening.
Good evening,
We're
everybody.
back.
We're back.
God bless you all. It's so exciting to be here. It seems like it's been a minute.
I'm telling you, it's been a long
it's
time.
been some time, but we are here
Yes.
in our festive Valentine's Day mood.
Mm-hmm.
So we have on our matching shirts.
Yeah,
Mine says, I'm his.
and mine says, I'm hers.
All right.
Yay!
So we are excited to be able to be here on tonight. And thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
We know that it is the season where love is in the air. And, we're now let's not get it twisted. We're going to make it clear. And this is the disclaimer that you do not have to be in a relationship to enjoy Valentine's Day.
That's right.
Yes, because the love for yourself and the love we have for ourselves should be the greatest joy of our lives.
Yes,
so if you are happy and content with being single, I salute you. Yes, because many compromise. Many people have given in to be with ones, just to be with somebody, and just to say that I have somebody, forsaking their standards for the sake of a relationship. So it is admirable that you're willing to stand and you're happy in being single. And that's nothing wrong with that, do you? So on Valentine's Day, get your massage, get your facial, get your hair done. Men, relax. You go get a massage too. Guess what? Men can get pedicures too. Yes. So enjoy you and love on you. Before we can even venture into a relationship, we have to first love ourselves. So the greatest love is to have the love for ourselves and be happy and content, even if you are not in a relationship. Kudos to you. We can talk about it because I went 10 years without being married, waiting for God to send my husband. And he as well went 7 years.
8 years.
8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, we can talk about it. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
So it's good to enjoy yourself. It's good to have your quality time with God without looking at a watch, without looking at your phone, because you're intimate and you're just love and in love with God. So it may not be that you get married. Okay, we're going to put that other disclaimer out there. There's nothing wrong with you being happy, being by yourself. I know I got some single ones that are on there on tonight that are commenting.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to be by yourself and be happy. There's nothing wrong with that. Good. Be happy. Enjoy life. You don't have to rush in a relationship.
That's
You
right.
don't have to rush, what they say, to be tied down.
That's right.
If you are happy by yourself, by all means, enjoy life with yourself.
I want to say this about being by yourself. Even me being by myself for 8 years, it wasn't all peachy and dandy all the time, because when Valentine's came around, I didn't have anybody. I didn't have anybody to call up and say, hey, let's go out. Have a young lady call and say, hey, let's go out to dinner for Valentine's Day or something. But, I enjoyed being with me.
Mm-hmm.
And God had a lot to play with that in my life, because I had to learn how to love God first before I can love myself, before I can love anybody else.
Yes.
So, learning how to love God and love myself helped me to be able to love someone else and to show love to that person when God prepared me to be married and prepared me to have a wife. So sometimes we have to love ourselves during these times where we don't have anybody. We got to love ourselves and love God and spend that time with him and build that relationship with him. And as we build that relationship with him, God will reward you with somebody. He'll put somebody in your life who have the same expectations, who have the same thoughts and mindset to love God the same way you love him. And me and my wife always said, if they don't love God, how can they love you?
That's it.
If they don't love themselves, how can they love you? If they don't even love their mother, how a father, how can they love you?
Yes. So we know it's good to have that self-love and be able to reflect on yourself and not depending on someone else to make you happy. You know, I hear so many people say, oh, I'll be complete when I find my Boaz. I'll be complete when I find my spouse. No, be complete now while you're by yourself. Enjoy being by yourself. Enjoy, you know, and I know my husband say, yes, sometimes we get that loneliness, but for the majority of the time, hey, I can go when I want to go. I can go where I want to go, stay out as long as I want to stay out. You know, it's fun. And even being with those that are also single, hang out. I used to hang out with different ones in the church. We used to go to the movies, go out to eat. It's nothing wrong with it. And then to be able to have that time with God, that's number one, because you can stay all day long in the presence without being bothered, without being aggravated, because at that time, yeah, that's your husband. So it's nothing wrong. That what is the call where, you know, everybody feel like, oh, I gotta have somebody, I have to be with somebody. No.
Yes.
Take care of you first. Love on you first. Love everything about you first. You know, we so busy finding things that are wrong with us and, oh, I don't look like this. I don't look like that. My shaping like this. No, love you how you are at the place that you are at. And then look, maybe there are some issues that you need to deal with before God send you somebody. Maybe, right. And look, self-reflect. Identify them yourself before somebody else identify them for you.
And it's so funny, when I was single, I had to change some things about me, and I had to change that thing of not trusting a woman. And I could say it because I didn't trust women. I went through some bad relationships and I didn't trust women. So sometimes you have to heal you have to get healed by God.
Yes.
And you have to get that healing of forgiveness and be able to, so you can love somebody else. Because a lot of people make the mistake of carrying those baggage into the next. Oh, I know you was like him, and I knew you was like her, and or you remind me so much of her because she did this and she did that, and now you taking the other person and looking at them like they're the person that hurt you.
Yes.
So we got to be able to overcome hurt. We got to be able to overcome of forgiveness and loneliness. And how do we overcome that is trusting in God and spending with time with him, asking God to heal you, heal your mindset, heal the way you feel about yourself and how you feel about, like my problem was with women. So because I only trust my mama.
Yes, and he was a mama's boy.
I was a mama's boy. Only one I trust with her. But I thank God that God, and my mom used to tell me, one day, son, God gonna put somebody in your life that just gonna turn your whole life upside down, and you gonna be head over heels for them. Okay. But that's true. And it was true. And she prophesied that over me, and it happened just like that. I found somebody that I just fell head over heels with. I just couldn't say no to. It happens. But the good thing, God helped me heal me first, so I can be prepared to be overwhelmed, to be head over heels for somebody else. Because then I knew I could have the trust for them. I knew I could love my wife. I knew I can care for her as she cared for me, and God knew exactly what I wanted.
Now imagine if I would have gotten him in that state where God had not completed. Like, what if I was so anxious and I'm like, God, I need him now, bring him now. And he came like that with his issues of not being able to trust, not being able to love, not being able to, love me like I know I should be loved. So we have to be careful, to be so in a hurry to rush into that place of relationship, because God could still be working on that person. And you don't let God finish with them first.
Yes.
Trust me when I say, let God finish doing what he has to do with them first,
and
so you can reap the benefits.
Let him work on him.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't always the way I am now. I wasn't always like I am, and a lot of us wasn't like we
That's
was.
True. Mm-hmm.
I bet you, my wife could tell you so how she wasn't the way she was before we got married. Now this year will be 13 years,
yes.
And before I came in the picture, before that long time, that long time was her, I wasn't the same person. It took God to
yes.
to straighten me out, just like it took God to do some things
That's
in
right.
her.
That's right. And I was hardcore, like independent. Don't try to do nothing for me. I got it. I raised my baby. That was me. And even to the point of us going out. Like this is, we dated in high school. Everyone knows that. But started back dating and, putting my name on the reservation or going up to the booth. I'm like, wait, let me let you do this. It was some things that I had to learn to relinquish, because I was so used to being independent and just doing things myself and on my own. So it's like, hey, hello, do you know you have a husband? Like, do you know you in a relationship? Do you know that, you can allow me to do something? And, and it's hard because we are, I don't want to say self-made. It's just that because we are so used to doing it, and we're not waiting or depending on a man to do it. And, and we're proud with it. I'm telling you, we got our head up high, and we, that phenomenal woman, we already know we the it, right? So, when a man comes along, we have to allow him in. Same thing with men with women. Allow her in. We have our guard up. We're protective. We're like, you ain't hurting me. I've been hurt before. And that's baggage. That's what my husband was talking about. Bringing baggage in from other relationships. Wait a minute, I ain't even getting the front door yet, and you talk about me hurting you. We ain't even go on the first date yet, and you talking about you hurt. We spilling all this milk, and all of this baggage, all this garbage, all of this stuff that has polluted our hearts for so long. Get rid of it so you can appreciate the one that you are with, and they can love you for who you truly are.
And I want to say this, in the world, you hear women when they talk with one another, oh, all men are dogs, all men are dogs. Listen, every man is not a dog. Maybe them pretty boys y'all like. Yeah. I don't know, but I ain't gonna say all that. But I'm gonna just say this: all men are not dogs. There are some good men out there. You'll be surprised. Some of the men that you think not, I don't really like him. He all right, but you would never know that would be the man that you can trust, and he can be your knight in shining armor. He may not look like your knight in shining armor all the time, but he may be your knight in shining armor. You just don't know.
Yes, that's because we look for them already 100% USD approved, what we're looking for, what we wrote down, very descriptive to the T, no imperfections. Like, we not perfect now. We got some stuff we need to deal with, but no, that person has to be perfect. I mean, just drop dead gorgeous. And, we do this and we look for something that is not real. There is no one
on the white horse.
Yeah, on the white horse coming to rescue you, to swift you up off we're looking for something that is not realistic. We have blemishes, we have issues, we have things that we have to deal with, yet we're looking for someone that's a fairy tale. It's not real. And then we put all of this stuff on them, like, no, you got to do this, be that, walk like that, talk like that, live like this, do that. All of these conditions. Hey, when can I just be me?
Yeah. Why can't I just be who God has made me to be, And one thing I loved about me and my wife when we first started dating and getting together was, you know, she looked at me as for me. I didn't have to be nobody else. I didn't have to go to her, you know, hey, I'm this and I'm that. You know how most guys try to come and impress, you know, and then most ladies come in there, you know, well, I don't want to eat that much, you know, I'm not hungry, you know, I'm just trying to keep my figure, you know. And guys, you know, hey, you so impressive, you got this and you got that, and oh, I got this and I got that. Listen, you impress, truly, men, you impress a woman by the way you handle yourself and how much you love God. You know, a true woman of God, I'm saying. And I ain't talking about no fake women. They're talking about they love the Lord, but they when they see you, oh, damn, what I'm looking for a thug, you know, whatever. I'm talking about a true woman of God that sees the God in you and see you for what you truly are in God, and how God has really just, you know, is glowing in you, and God is using you, and you have a love for the Lord. That's one big thing. You don't have to impress a woman with a job. You ain't got to impress her with your car. You ain't got to impress her with, oh, what you got, or how much money you got, or what. Impress her with how much you love God, and showing her, look, if me and you are married and we get, look, I ain't in this for no dating. I'm in this to find a wife. And if I want to know if you're going to be the wife for me. That's all I want to know. If you're gonna be the wife for me, are you gonna be that one when I'm in the hospital? You right there with me. Am I gonna be that one when, you know, you're in the hospital? I'm right there with you. We have each other back. We're looking out for one another. We keeping each other safe. We doing all we can do for one another. When you sick, I'm right there. When you're hurt, I'm right there. When you're going through, I'm right there. When you facing court, I'm right there. You know, I'm right there, even no matter what it may be.
I'm here giggling because y'all killing me in this chat. Y'all are killing me. Yes, we need somebody that's gonna. So the stuff that really matters, like stuff that has substance, that's gonna last a lifetime. You know, we look at when we got together, how much smaller we was. You know, weight can come and go. What we do every morning for 3 months, we've been getting up working out because we want to get back to that. So we look at things that we shouldn't really be looking at. Do they love me? Will they be faithful? Like, can I trust them? These are some questions we should be asking when we can get past what our physical eyes, you know, what we look for on the outside, the outward appearance. We need to start checking the inward, the heart, you know, that beauty that's in, not just skin deep, but that's on the inside.
Hey, will you still love me when I get bigger?
Yes.
You know, and I hear this all the time with men and women. Oh, you used to be muscular, now you all fat, and well, help him lose the weight. Look, baby, you done gained so much weight. Now you used to be slim and trim and looking good. Now you heavy set and you eating everything and say, well, look, take your wife. If you feel that way, take your wife to the gym, or if you got a gym at your house, help your wife lose the weight.
My husband was getting a haircut. I was home watching Hercules. Y'all know the Hercules, not the one with the rock, the one with the blonde with the curly hair. He on the scene in the movie, he's walking out of the water, you know, muscular, water dripping off. I took a picture and sent to my husband. This how I want you to look. This how you're like, wait, hold up, wait a minute. I am not 17. I am not 21, and I never look like that again. I'm like, yes, this is how I want you to look. But you know, it was just all in fun because you know, we know we'll never get back to that. So we enjoy each other how we are. Like, we ain't gonna just let ourselves go, okay? We're not gonna, there's some kind of standard that has to be there. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Hercules.
Listen, if he was hurt, hey, I told my wife one time, I said, listen, back when I was in high school and college, yeah, I was built back then. I had the Hercules built, y'all. But when you hitting up there in 56, everything starts sagging. Y'all know women, just like us men know, everything starts sagging. That stomach don't stick in like it used to. You know, that chest don't bulge out like it used to. All that don't change. And my wife saw a picture of me when I was in high school and I was wrestling. And she said, I remember that.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Really?
High
really?
school love. Yes.
Really?
And you'll never forget it because it's your first love. You'll never forget it. And, you know, it's things that you've experienced with your first that you haven't experienced. That's why they're your first. So it's things that you remember. And, you know, it's good to be able to, you know, and our topic, will you be my Valentine? Those that are in relationship, cherish the one that you are with and don't take for granted. Like a lot of occasions or even our birthdays and stuff, my husband and I, we don't even exchange gifts because, you know, to us, it's like just gifts. We would rather just spend time together and hang out. We don't even like now Valentine's Day coming up and, you know, they're making billions for all the gifts that are being bought for that one day. But how about every day say that I love you? Yeah. Or any day of the week bring home flowers, or any day of the week, you know, surprise the one that you were with to show them that you love and appreciate them. And it will be a sad thing to have to wait one day a year just to receive something.
And people always think that I gotta wait, for Valentine's to do this and do that. But you don't have to wait for Valentine's. To me, every day, when you're married, every day is Valentine's Day. When you're in love with a young lady or a young man, every day is a Valentine's Day. That's a day to show, every day is a day to show love. You don't have to wait for Valentine's Day. You don't have to wait for your anniversary.
Right.
You know, the one time a year, now I can show how much I love. No, show her like you know, show him or her love every day.
Yes.
And that's how it should always be, where you showing each other love every day. Because why? One day we know we're going to get old and this life is going to be over. Enjoy being with each other while you're still young and still can remember. It still can talk to one another.
Yes, y'all know how we do it. If you have any questions you want to drop in the chat and I will answer the question. Or if you want to remain anonymous, just click the messenger and shoot it to me. I have my phone here. We can discuss the question without making it known that you sent the question. So if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. Just centrally, we want to know that let you know that love should be exercised every day.
Yeah.
Like we remember when we used to get the little hearts on the card, will you be my Valentine? And you know, we have even the children, grandchildren taking candy to school because it's Valentine's Day and we're teaching and showing them to love. But we know that love that we have should be unconditional.
You know, and the thing was so funny about it was I feel like I remember like it was yesterday. When me and my wife was leading up to getting married, the first night me and her went out, I wasn't going to be in town for Valentine's Day. And I told her, I said, why we have to wait to Valentine's Day to celebrate a Valentine's? Let's do it. You know, I wasn't doing it on that Friday. And so I bought her a whole bunch of Valentine's stuff like I wanted to. And, you know,
teddy bear, chocolates,
flowers.
I mean, he had a truck and it was loaded. We had dropped our daughter off and we went out. We went to the movies. We went to the movies and we went to dinner. Now, he was talking about earlier the salad eating chick. That was not me. As a matter of fact, when I went to order, I say, look, you ain't with no salad eating chick. So, you know, and I ordered. So, yeah, I'm going to eat, you know, so I ain't acting cute. I ain't acting like I'm on a diet. I am going to eat. Like, this is what we came in for. So, again, just be yourself. Be you. You don't have to pretend like, okay, I only eat a small portion, you know? Especially when you're dating. You know, I know sometimes we got to be cute. You know, and because we out with somebody, we got to be cute like me. Look, with my hair to the side because he think I look sexy like this. Let me get in the camera so y'all can see. So I put my hair to the side because he think I look sexy like this. So, you know, I know that we... I know.
You better
We.
stop being bad.
Okay, excuse me. Excuse me.
You better stop.
Okay, back to the topic.
Hey, listen, y'all. Y'all don't know this, but I've been married to my wife almost 13 years, and we've been this way 13 years. She like to crack jokes, and she get it from me because I crack a lot of jokes on her, and she does it to me a lot, So even when we used to do the lives from the beginning, I used to throw some little stuff out there. But look, y'all see, she doing it now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It ain't me now. It ain't me by myself. Y'all see, y'all. Mm-hmm.
Look, you can say we having too much fun.
We all
Sharifa, though I got latest laid, huh?
Yes,
look at me.
She looks beautiful as always. As always.
Amen.
But that's what it's all about, enjoying one another. It was so funny. Me and my wife went to Olive Gardens when was last week, I think it was.
Last week.
Yeah, we went to dinner and
lunch.
Saturday. It was last Saturday. Mm-hmm. We went to lunch and we just had a great time talking and laughing about different things, things that we remember with each other. And it's good when you can still at 12 years and you can still talk with one, sit down and talk and laugh and have a good time together instead of worrying about this and worrying about that and angry about this or angry about that. Sometimes we got to put some stuff to the side, man, and just enjoy your life.
Is
enjoy
too
your
short.
Marriage.
Yes. And if you chose to be with that person, be with them. Mm-hmm. Like fully invested. I've heard some say, "Oh, I'm gonna keep back 10%." For what? I mean, do you want them to keep back 20? Like, we have to be all in. Sometimes, oh wait, I see a question. How could one really show love to someone when you have made many mistakes? Okay, so we realize that we're not perfect. Mm-hmm. We are all human. And when mistakes are made, when we own up to the things that we do wrong, it makes it easier for the person that we are in a relationship with. If we're always trying to hide it, if we're lying about it and not being truthful about the mistakes being made, and then not keep making the same mistake over and over. So it's allowable to make mistakes, but the same thing, like, come on, like something got to change, you know? Yeah. So, to love someone, knowing that unconditional love means that regardless of things that's gone wrong, regardless of things that are not working out, regardless, we have that unconditional love. So just as I can make mistakes, you can make mistakes.
And the whole thing is, if you never showed it before, start learning how to show that love. Mm-hmm. Do something you ain't never did before that they never expected, because all other times you was doing all the wrong stuff, being angry and mad. Mm-hmm. So now you got to start proving to them that, hey, I really love you. Yes. And I'm not going nowhere. I'm not leaving you. I am here to fight for my marriage. I'm here to fight for you, fight for us as husband and wife. And women, you can fight, and men, you can fight for your marriage on both sides. Mm-hmm. Fight for the one that you love, because a lot of times when they're gone, you're gonna miss them. Yes. Believe me or not.
Yes.
You're gonna miss them, but it's better to show that love while they still in your life.
Yes.
Even right now, they may still be mad with you, but if you start showing them some love and start saying, "Hey, I want to take you out. Put on your best dress. Put on your best suit or whatever. Let's go out on the town and let's spend some time together. Let's go walk on the beach. Yes. Let's go do something romantic together. Let's go to a restaurant we never been to before.
Yes. Or if you don't have no money, let's do a picnic in the park.
Let's do a picnic in the park.
Let's go sit at the pier and by the water. Shoot. I mean, there's so many things.
Even you could just buy some hot dogs and go grill them on the grill at the park.
Go to a drive-in movie. Like, it is so many things. And don't make the excuse of, I ain't got no money. It's other things. Let's go for a ride. Let's ride to the beach. Let's walk in the sand. It's things that we can do. And because we've been together so long, sometimes we take each other for granted. But because, let's do our first date again.
Mm-hmm.
How about we do that?
Yeah.
You know, let's spend some to be creative.
I remember one time me and my wife, we didn't have no money to go somewhere we wanted to go, and I remember we went to over there by Virginia Key Beach, and I think we bought a hot dog and we something to drink, and we sat in the car and watched the boats go by, the waves.
Took a nap,
slept, holding hands, sleeping together in the car. You know, hey, that's what you don't have to do a lot, as long as you're spending time with one another.
And the most important thing is that you're together. Yeah. You're with the one that you love, the one that you want to be with, the one, even if you're dating, that you want to spend the rest of your life with. You know, you're investing your time. Yeah. So be genuine, be true, be honest.
Hey, take a drive to the Keys. Get your chair, sleep out on the beach. Watch the guy jumping up in there. We did that, and it was romantic. It was fun. You know,
be spontaneous.
Do something you ain't never did before.
Yes, not with us. Friday night, we love movie night, date night, because we love movies. Yeah. So we have a lot of things in common that we like. So find what you have in common with the one you with, and do it, and have fun doing it. Experience new things, do new things, you know, be adventurous, be willing to try. Oh no, that sounds boring. I don't want to do that. So everything I suggest you don't want to do, and look, that's an argument. That's an argument.
I don't feel like going nowhere tonight. I just want to stay home and sleep.
Yeah.
Well, how many nights you gonna stay home and sleep?
You know? Have fun. That's you know, will you be my Valentine? Yeah. I'm coming to you to be my Valentine. I don't want anyone else. I just want to be with you. Yeah. And what you gonna say? I'm tired tonight.
Oh, well, you look at the time. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to work. No. Don't worry about that job. This is your wife. This is your husband. He's begging, she's begging you for time with you. Because why? You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Then you be wishing, saying, man, I wish I would have spent more time with them. I wish I would have did this. Don't wait on wish, woulda, coulda, woulda.
Yes.
Because woulda, coulda, woulda going to hurt you for a long time. There's a lot of people out there still saying, I wish I could have would have told them I love them. I wish I could have took them on a cruise. I wish I could have spent some more time with them. You know, and stuff. So enjoy the moment.
Yes.
That's all I want to say. Enjoy
those the moment. That have been hurt by relationship, don't be afraid to love again.
That's it.
God just put that in my spirit. Those that have been hurt, I'm going to say it again, in relationship, don't be afraid to love again. Yes. You know the opportunity that you could miss out on because of fear. Remember what we say, oh, God ain't give me the spirit of fear. That means relationships too. Yeah. That don't just mean spiritual warfare. Yeah. I mean, if it is in your heart that you know that you want to be with someone and you want to spend your life with someone, don't let fear stop you from being with someone. And I know sisters, we got sisters that say, yeah, you don't need no man. You can stay single. We can hang. And no, because when they find somebody, guess what? You're going to be hanging by yourself.
That's right.
So if your heart is open to love, and although you're hesitant because of fear or past hurt, get past that. You know, God, heal me. What is it that needs to be broken up in me? What is it that in me that needs to be awakened? Yeah. Because some have not been in relationships for a long time. And honestly, truth be told, it's scary. I remember that. I was like, Lord, I don't want to date. It's scary out there. You know, things are happening out there. I don't want to meet nobody new. So God knew what he was doing. Of course, he's omnipotent. He knows all things. When he brought my husband back into my life, because I was afraid to meet somebody new and have to learn them and learn their ways. And, you know, I don't know you like that. And, you know, and then I have a daughter and I got to expose her to you and things like, and that's how we are. But if this is something that we really won't pray about it, and I'm telling you, God will show up in ways that I would never have known or thought that God would bring someone back in my life that I dated when I was 14. Y'all say, wait, 14? How old was you? Yeah, I was 14. Sneaking around, 14. Yes, I was. Daddy didn't know. Yep, 14. And I tell the truth. Look, he can't beat me now.
Stop.
Look, I gotta see if my daddy watching.
I'm gonna tell Daddy. Daddy, it wasn't me.
You better stop that. You was the ringleader. You influenced
she
me.
made me.
Skip school.
Dad, that wasn't me, Daddy. I was a good boy. I was a good boy.
Look, Shell said, yes, it was.
Snitch.
That's it. Y'all, that's my sister. She was right there. The same one he was bribing and paying not to tell Daddy.
I want my money back.
Look, Uncle say, Daddy watching.
Ooh, Daddy. I had nothing to do with it.
Look, we finna break for a commercial.
See how you start stuff? I told y'all see how she now she done got me in trouble with Daddy.
Look, she'll say money well spent.
Whatever.
Okay, what?
Hey, I made you an entrepreneur.
Look, at the age of what?
At the age of 7.
Okay, back to our topic. Will you be my Valentine?
I'm already your Valentine.
Oh, you're so sweet. All right, we ain't got no questions. I'm looking at the chat.
Come on, y'all. Let's get some questions in there. Shardon got me in trouble. I got to answer to Daddy now.
Anyone a question but Daddy? No questions.
I answered Daddy. So she thought snitched on me. Her and her sister. I answered Daddy.
Just say, yeah, thank you, Holden. All right.
Ooh, Jesus. You are on the road tonight, I tell you. But hey, listen. It's all in fun because y'all don't know me and her like this all the time, man. The thing I love about let's do some Valentine's Day thoughts, okay?
Oh, wait, you got a question.
What's that?
What are your views on age differences?
Okay, age differences. I met my wife when she was 14.
You went back there.
I'm just saying. I'm being straight up and honest. I met my wife when she was 14, and I was a junior in high school. So.
Wait, she ain't talking about no.
No, but I'm just saying.
Okay, what about a 25-year age difference?
That's a lot. But I'm not saying it can't work, but that's a lot. That is a lot.
Okay, let's say the person is 30 and the man is 55, 50.
Okay, I mean, hey, to each his own. I mean, if that's what you, if he or she is that what you're in love with, and you know that God is leading you, that's the person for you. I mean, who has anything to say about it?
Exactly.
If
that is your soulmate.
Yeah.
And we know how we look at age. Oh no, he's twice your age. Oh no. But can he love you as how God meant for you to be loved? Can he respect you and honor your opinion? Can he, and maybe you need somebody more mature. Maybe you've been with younger gentlemen or younger women, and even with the old gentleman that, is dating an older woman. It doesn't have to be that I can't marry you because you're 20 years older than me.
Yeah.
If God has made that person your soulmate, that's why you have a relationship with God. And that can tell you whether or not this is the one for you. Yeah. Now, if this older person is treating you like a child because they're twice your age.
Yeah.
I mean, so different things, it can be a flip side to it. So if you really love, if you really honor, if you really respect the person that you are with, if y'all are compatible, and this is someone that you want to spend the rest of your life, and you just know that God is saying this, I ain't talking about everybody you meet, God say your husband or wife.
Yeah.
Come on now. And I ain't talking about them telling you God told me you my wife and you my husband. No, the same God you got a relationship with, I got a relationship with. So you can't run that game with me, buddy. So you have to have your own. That's it. Let me pray and see what God says. We'll see if I confirm the word. Come on now. We've got to have our own. We ain't gullible. We ain't easily to be tricked. We ain't born yesterday. We are seasoned, and we know what we want, and we know what happiness is, and our perception, and how we want to be happy.
And is that person truly serious about being with you? And I look at me and my wife got together. I said I wanted to be with her for the rest of my life. I wasn't looking for nobody else. I didn't want to be with nobody else. And still to this day, it's the same way I feel now. I mean, I don't have my eye on somebody else, or I ain't looking to date nobody else because, and I tell you, a lot of times, man, we have to be sure and make sure, not just to say, oh, she look good, I want to marry her. No, you got to know that woman is your soulmate. That's the one that God has put in your life. When me and my wife got back together, I knew she was the one as my soulmate that God put back in my life for a reason. And because I asked him to, I really did. Because I drove by her house one day, her parents' house, and I said, God, that's the woman I always knew I should be married to. And I knew that. And sometimes you just got to trust God and when he leads you to the right, let's put it this way, he leads you to your happiness. And he leads you to your happiness. That means when you're around that person, they make you happy. With my wife, I love sharing everything. If I'm not sharing it with her, I feel like a part of me is left out. So I like to share everything with her. I like to tell her everything, good, bad, excited, happy, But I want to share those things, and she do the same with me. We share those things together because, look, that's what we're supposed to do. The good, the bad, the ugly, the whatever you're going through, however you feeling, whatever stress you have, whatever goodness you have, everything that you may have faced. You got to be there for one another. One day it's going to be her day crying. One day it's going to be my day crying. One day she going to need prayer. One day I'm going to need prayer.
Yes.
So that's what it's all about. We are a team in love together.
Yes. Here's the question. How can you get past years of hurt so you can move on to a healthy marriage?
Oh, can I answer that one?
You can start. I'll finish.
Listen. One thing I've learned from hurt in a previous marriage, or you had that where you can move on. I don't know if you're still married to the person or if you divorced or whatever, but you can still move on. You just got to let God help you through it.
Still married. So you can move on to a healthy marriage.
Okay, to a healthy marriage.
Years of hurt.
Yes. So what you have to do is ask God to help you learn how to forgive. That's where it starts off first. Because if you can't forgive, you're never going to heal. And I'm straight up and honest with that, because you can't get past what that hurt or what that person did to you. Now, if they have changed and they're not the same person they was back then, and you still have anger in your heart, maybe that's something you need to sit down with them. I didn't say fussing at them, but sit down with them and talk to them about it. Tell them how you feel and let them decide, you know what? I want to apologize to you because back then I was going through this, I was going through that, and I shouldn't have took it out on you. I shouldn't have hurt you. You never know what they might say. So you got to give them an opportunity to help you to heal. And as they help you heal, then you can also forgive during that time. Now, you may not in the beginning trust them like you did when you first got married, but trust does come back when you allow it to. when you give them an opportunity to open open your heart again and let them in again. Because, you know, a lot of time when you hurt, you block your heart. You don't want nobody in, and you put that wall up, and you're not going to hurt me again.
Yes.
So you got to be able to just let that go and give them an opportunity to apologize. You may not take it all the way because some of that stuff still memories, things going to come up, things, you know, and even the devil going to try to throw some things in there to get you thinking about what they did to you. And you're going to may get angry every now and then, throw some stuff at them. You know, and anger. I ain't talking about throw literally, but I'm saying, you know, some things may come back up.
Yeah.
You know, but you gotta know that, hey, if they do gotta come back up, I just gotta let them know, look, this is what still is bothering me. It hurts me that you did this to me. Now I want to be able to move on in our marriage. I want our marriage to grow and be better than it was years ago. So I don't want us to go back to that life of me hurting you and you hurting me and you making me feel worse and I'm making you feel worse. Yes. I don't want that no more. I want us to be back in love again.
And he has to allow you time to heal.
Yes.
Because a lot of times when we are offended by something that our spouse does, sometimes the spouse expects you to get over it. You know, I've apologized. I done said I'm sorry. Now, what you keep bringing it up for is you keep bringing it up for because it's fresh in you and you need that person to understand that you're hurt. So your spouse have to also allow you the time to get past the hurt. It ain't no, oh, okay, we straight, we good, that's it, it's done, it's over with, okay, it didn't happen. No, it did happen. It's still in my, and you know, always forgive and forget. It's not forgive and forget. No. It's forgive. You forgive, yes, you forgive, but how can you forget something that is so fresh or something even years later, you still remember it because it was so traumatic that it's hard for you to let go. So I'm not saying never let it go. I'm saying that the person just have to know that you are in a state of grieving. And because you are hurting and you are in pain, you may want to talk about it. And guess what? If you messed up, let them talk about it. I mean, let them, because there's going to be questions. It's better to deal with it instead of trying to sweep it under the carpet, thinking it's going away. And then when y'all get mad, it is getting thrown up in your face again. And so deal with it.
And I piggyback off my wife say the wrong thing to do is I'm not talking about it. That's not going to solve.
Shut down.
Oh, I'm not talking about that. You said you forgave me. That's it. No. It has to be healing.
Yeah, a process.
And you have to help them heal by letting them talk about it, whatever it may be.
Yes.
Maybe it's something that was really bad that just hurt it. You know, you can hurt somebody to a core by what you say out of your mouth. And now that you done said it, it's out there now. So how do you help them heal?
And then the other one get an attitude because you ain't move on.
No.
Come on, you did it. You hurt me. Now help me get to my place of healing.
You don't push them to that limit.
That's it.
You don't hurt them to a core. Now you expect them after you say, oh, look, well, you said you forgave me and I'm asking for forgiveness. And they say, yeah, I accept it. But look, I'm still hurting.
Yes. So help me heal.
Help me heal.
That's it.
That's
and
what
whatever
she said.
You got to do. Suck it up and
that's what he
do whatever you got to do. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because a lot of times, some people need to hear you keep saying it over. I'm sorry for what I said. I'm sorry for how I handled you. I'm sorry for what I did.
Yes.
You know, I didn't mean to do it like that. You know, and you might have to explain maybe more than once.
50,000 times.
Yeah.
But guess what? You messed up.
You messed it up.
Deal with it.
So if you messed it up,
that's it.
Like my mama used to always say, you lied, you made the mistake,
you made your bed, you
lay your bed,
that's it.
You fix it.
And guess what? She'll get there eventually. He'll get there eventually. But guess what? You was a part of the healing process.
Yeah.
And you made sure that they got to the place that they could trust you again. Because you don't ever want to see them hurt like that anymore. You don't want to ever put them through that anymore. So now that trust is building back because I know he got me. I know she got me.
And the biggest thing is, like in our book, love is patience. You got to have that patient love. When we do something wrong, we got to have that patient love to say, you know what? I messed up.
Yes.
I hurt her. She hurt me. And, you know, I hurt him. So I got to help him recover. I got to help her recover.
Yes.
So
yes.
love is patient. And if they're crying to you and saying, you really hurt me, you really, I couldn't sleep at night. I was going through at night. While you were sleeping, I was walking the floor. I was feeling what you did to me and what you said to me. I never thought you would talk to me like that. I never thought you would do that to me.
Yes.
So you got to give them an opportunity to heal.
Yes.
And you got to reassure them with, I love you. I know I messed up. I did it wrong. I shouldn't have did it like that.
And it will never.
And it will never happen again.
Yes.
And I will love and respect you like I should, as my wife, as my husband, you know? And if we get back to doing that, one thing I loved about me and my wife before we got married, we set some ground rules in our marriage. And one of them was our ground rules was we would never yell or hurt one another.
Or go to bed angry.
Those three things were very vital in our marriage. If we had a disagreement, because couples are going to have disagreements, we're not going to yell, we're not going to fuss, but we're going to talk.
Yes.
And we're going to talk it out. Even if it takes us all night to the next morning. I'm not laying my head down. She's not laying her head down till we get this straight.
I remember our son first came to stay with us, and he said, y'all don't ever fight? Like, it's so quiet. I'll never hear nothing. Like, he was in shock. Like, what is this? Where am I at now? Like, it's so much peace in here. Yes, because that's what we promised that we wouldn't do. Yes. And it will create an atmosphere of peace. And you'll love it because, hey, you know, and it may not be like no other relationship. It shouldn't be, because this is who you're spending the rest of your life with. Yes. So create your atmosphere. Create your safe place. Yes. Create your marriage of how you want it to be.
And the biggest thing, like I said, set some ground rules in your marriage. And even if you're getting ready to get married, have your ground rules set. That was one thing I loved about me and my wife. We had our ground rules set for how we wanted even our home to be. Yes. We wanted our home to be peaceful. We wanted our marriage to be peaceful. We wanted us to feel peaceful and respect for one another. And one thing, and every time it always come up to me, I can't disrespect her and she can't disrespect me. Yes. I can't yell and raise my voice at her and she's not going to yell and raise her voice at me. Why? If there's a problem, we're going to sit down like two loving adults and talk about the issue and talk about the problem. And let's get it right. Now, she going to tell me how she feel. And I'm going to tell her how I feel.
And that's what we want.
But we're going to do it in love.
That's it.
You
and
see
that's
what I'm saying?
We want. That's
not
right.
in anger.
That's right.
Where we throwing stuff and cussing each other out. And as Christians, we shouldn't be doing that anyway.
Come on now.
As Christians, we should, the loving kindness have I drawn. So you got to have, even when you don't agree. Yes. That don't mean you have the right to cuss and get angry.
And it ain't no, it's slipped out. No. It ain't no slipped out.
No, ain't no slip out. You have to be able to control yourself.
Yes.
And say, you know what? We're going to sit down. We're going to talk it out.
Mature adults.
Two adults. And if we don't agree, we find a way to agree to disagree.
Yes. Come to a common ground.
Common ground.
That's it.
And me and my wife had to do that a couple of times. When we sat down, we talked about something and we didn't agree on it. She didn't agree on what I said, and I didn't agree with what she said.
And we agreed to disagree.
But we agreed to disagree. We met each other in the middle. We said, okay, let's do this, okay, on your side, but let's do this on my side. And we did that and brought it back together. Yes. But that's sometimes you have to do those things.
Work it out.
You don't always have to be right on everything. Sometimes you got to agree to disagree. You know, you got to find somebody, or both of you, need to have that say so. You know what? Somebody got to have the right mindset to say, you know what? We're not going to do this anymore. We're not going to be yelling and screaming, and the kids hearing us yell and scream.
Yes.
Our neighbors hearing us outside yelling and screaming, and people hearing us yelling and screaming and fighting, and we done brought it outside, and we done, oh, you can get out of here. Come on now. It can't get to that. Bring it down a notch. We got to bring it back here. Down to the table. Yes. Not up here. Got to bring it down here.
Come on down.
Let's go to the table. Let's sit down in our chairs and let's get this straight between husband and wife. The kids shouldn't be involved. Your friends shouldn't be involved. Your parents shouldn't be involved. Your neighbors, siblings shouldn't be involved. Neighbors, besties, whoever. None of them need to be involved in what's going on with you and your wife or you and your husband. That's between y'all two. And y'all come up with the answer for your marriage. Don't have nobody else trying to tell you what to do. If God give you something to do in your marriage, that's God. But I'm talking about people. Now, sometimes it's good to speak to an older couple. Maybe they have some wisdom for you, but it still comes down to you and your husband. Maybe you might need counseling for it. Maybe it's something that hurts so bad that you guys don't know how to work it out, and you need some counseling. Right. You need some help. And what better way to get it through Christian counselors? Amen. Is that good to say?
That's good.
That's good.
Well, we enjoyed this segment tonight.
Yes.
You want to close this?
I want to say this. You're going to be my Valentine.
I will always be your Valentine.
Oh, thank you. Can I get a kiss? See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the love, y'all. That's the love. If you have a Valentine, be your man, be your husband, be your wife, Valentines. Love them, because you never know what tomorrow may bring.
Yes.
And you never know when you get another chance to say, I love you. You know, I loved you then, I love you now. I loved you when we first got married. I love you even more now.
Yes.
And I'm glad I'm able to still tell my wife that every day. I don't have to wait to Valentine's. I don't have to wait to Monday. I can tell her that every day.
Yes.
You know?
We're the Reeses.
We're the Reeses.
Thank you so much for joining us on tonight. We're going to be here every other Thursday. So we will be back. We are back. The 24th.
We ain't cutting it short no more. Every other Thursday we will be
right at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be here. So please share this broadcast. Let others know that we're here. We're here to be a help. God has put this ministry in us. Yes. And we also have a book, The Love Cure for Relationship and Marriage. So please pick it up. It's at Amazon, and it will be the perfect gift for Valentine's Day. Yes. Also, remember to subscribe to our Facebook page. We also have a Facebook group. We have our YouTube, Instagram, and we also have YouTube Live as well. So please make sure that you subscribe. Visit our website, unifiedlovecouples.org. And if you do need private counseling and you need to be in that place where your marriage or your relationship is restored, we do offer counseling sessions. We are certified life coaches specializing in relationships. And guess what? Your first consultation is free. So again, thank you so much for joining us on tonight. We love you. We'll see you again in 2 more weeks. Be blessed.
Yes, be blessed.
Happy Valentine's.